Hi, I'm Kathryn from Becoming You, and today I'm continuing sharing with you a few of our family favorites in terms of books, this time with the age range 3 to 5. Now, as with the previous age range 0 to 2, things need to be really visual and lots of bright colors and colorful illustrations. And there also needs to be an added element of maybe bringing in a little bit of rhyming and a little bit of letter recognition, so that the kids are starting to realize that the text on the pages is actually meaning something and it's relating to the pictures as well, so that they can sit there and read along with you, or they can sit on their own and pretend to read the same story. What's really important in this stage is actually repeating the same story over and over again to them, and they love that because they start to feel like they know the story and they know what's coming, and you'll be surprised at how much they remember. Right, so some of our favorites have always been things like Julia Donaldson, so the Gruffalo or the Gruffalo's Child. The Snail and the Whale is another great one of hers, and Tiddler, a story about a little fish, is also lovely. Then I really love reading Charlie and Lola to my kids. We have a boy and a girl in our family, so an older brother and a younger sister, this story really seems to resonate with them, and it's really great to help them learn sort of siblings and how to get on with them and loving each other. And the illustrations are so stunning, I love them. They're kind of like a collage kind of feeling to it. Another book with illustrations that I love is called The Love Bugs. I stumbled across this in a sort of discount bookstore, and I've really enjoyed this book. It's so beautifully done, and it's just a really sweet story, so I really recommend that one. A perennial favorite for years has been The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and I really recommend every family has one of these. It's really great for recognizing colors and numbers, and it's a really sweet little story. Then other authors and stories we've really enjoyed is the series of Paddington Bear. These are also got very sweet illustrations. You can also start introducing them to some of Roald Dahl stories, although they might be a little bit scared by this particular one with the sharp teeth, so maybe this one should jump up an age level, but he's always great for funny stories and humor. And then start introducing your kids to some of like the real life things. So this story here, Busiest People Ever by Richard Scarry, so he's one of the well-known authors you might recognize from your own childhood. So finding one or two of these types of books where they've got stories that they can talk about the different people doing the different things around the city and whatever. They like to start sort of realizing what's going on around them. So things like talking about babies might start happening, and this is just an easy way to kind of introduce them to the world of babies. It doesn't go into too much detail, but it's quite a sweet story. And then at school, they may start already being exposed to things like Letterland. So maybe buy one or two of your own books to just help them recognize, things at school and things at home are the same. So Letterland is a really lovely series on teaching letters, and they'll start to identify the letters by different characters like Annie Apple and Clever Cat and things like that. And then if you have a daughter, which I do, and she's into ballet and pretty things, Angelina Ballerina really can't be beaten. She's so lovely, and I really like their stories and their illustrations. And then another series that we've enjoyed for little girls is called Fancy Nancy, and she's just an over-the-top little girl who loves to dress up in every sort of bling thing she can find, which is kind of like my daughter, which is why I like this series. So those are my favorites for 3 to 5. I hope you've enjoyed them and have found something new to maybe introduce your kids to. Don't forget, you don't need to buy every single book that I mentioned. You can go and find them at your local library. Happy reading. See you next time.